Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Mixed Media Frenzy. That's where we all take the same sketch or layout, and today it is a layout, and use it as inspiration for ours. And this is the layout that we've got for today, and I'm the one who picked it. I thought, boy, the first one I see with hearts, I was looking on Pinterest, I'm going to pick, and I like this one. So this is the one I picked. I'm not going to use as dark a colors, but I am going to have hearts and pinks, and I'm not going to get quite as dark though as that. But I kind of think that person used um, distress oxides, and I don't have any oxides. I have distress ink, but no oxides. But it looks like they did from the way it looks like they might have splattered water on it afterwards. But I do think that yellow looks really good mixed in with those dark pinks and reds. I didn't use yellow with mine, but I did use some aqua color. Let's see, peacock feathers is what I used. I pulled out, well, basically all the pinks that I had except for one, and it was super light, so I didn't go ahead and pull it out. But the one I end up using the most, the two I end up using most is picked raspberry from the distress ink, and then from close to my heart, smoothie. And besides some of the inks being darker, I also used a heavier hand with some, went over the same place more than once. And I'm using Heidi Swap Color Shine in Primrose. Since the inspiration layout has a bigger heart than I do, or else a smaller picture, I don't know which one, I decided to use two hearts. And the first one I used the, well, it's watercolor paper, so it's thicker and heavier. And I'm using the ink like watercolors on there. And I did spray it down so that it would accept the ink a lot better. And the word dreams on watercolor paper too. And then I cut a stitched heart out of vellum. And I'm going to let them dry a minute. And I mean a minute. It's not very long at all because, I'm impatient. Once I get started, I'm impatient. And I don't like to use the heat gun because it warps it more. So, yeah, I just go ahead and use it wet if I get too impatient. It's my Tim Holtz hexagon die to cut this out. And I just used regular cardstock for it because I wanted to tear it, and that watercolor paper is a little bit harder to tear. And I thought, well, I'm going to tear it in a few places, so I just used regular American Crafts cardstock. And I'm using that paper towel, and I was looking at that paper towel, and I thought, oh, man, I wish that was on my layout. I like this, so I'm going to have to try that and put the hexagon paper down on there with the heart and stuff sometime and try that because it looks pretty good. And I figured I'd use that pink ink pad because I could just rub it straight onto the hexagon. I didn't want very much, just in a few places a little bit of pink since I got it on the other things both colors. Now my pictures of Charlie, and I did crop it down a long time ago because I planned on eventually scrapping this picture. And the reason I cut it down is there was so many people around her. All you could see was belly and legs and stuff. We were at my mom's and there was a house full there. And she was getting sleepy, so she was playing with her hair. And her eyes were getting heavy. She was getting tired. It was nap time. And so I thought I'd just snap a picture real quick. However, there was people everywhere. So I cropped them all out. I did put my photo on two different pieces of vellum. One is pink and the other one's the white, or clear rather. And I'm just going to put the dream, since she was getting sleepy, across the bottom of her photo. And it is two-tone, so the pink is kind of on the pink vellum, but the other one shows up pretty good. The top part, not the other one, the top part of it, because it is on her pink shirt jacket. I pulled this little tiny stamp out, and it's 3 little hearts in a row, and I'm just going to do them randomly, and then it's going to hit me. I should have done some offsets, the second generation stamping, so I did go back and do that too. I used my little tiny EK Success Heart Punch and punched out some hearts. It's not a heart, it's a flower. And punched out some flowers, and I'm taking the ink pad and doing the peacock feathers. For a second, my mind was like peacock feathers, and also that light pink. And that's just it's from Walmart, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was like $1. The pink one is. I used the squeeze lemonade and just rubbed it on that one piece of paper and punched out the center for my flowers so they'd have a yellow center. And I'm going to put that on there and then scatter them on the layout. And I'm going to be about done. I think the next thing that I add is the sequins. So yeah, I want y'all to look down there below though and see the links to the other gals and see what they did with their mixed media. They are really good at mixed media. So if you need any hints on how to do something, check them out. And oh, I'm going to add a little more mixed media off camera. When I went back to take the pictures, I thought, oh, I was supposed to go spread out at the top and the bottom, and I forgot to do that. So I went ahead and done it real quick since I hadn't put everything away. But I had brought my little SD card and put it in my laptop. The sequins I'm using are from Prima, and it's a really pretty mix. It has flowers and blues and greens and yellows and whites, and oh, it is a very pretty mix. And they give you a lot too. I gave a lot away, but yeah, I still have quite a bit left. But isn't that a pretty sequence mix? And the flowers mixed in, and then the two colors. Like I said, the original had yellow, and I was tempted to use the yellow, but instead I used the peacock feathers. And that dream die, I'm pretty sure it's Little Yellow Bicycle. They had a few that had like 3 dies in the package, and like this one was Hope, Dream, and something else, and it came out of there. And see Charlie's hair in her fingers. Yeah, when she'd get sleepy, she'd do that. She'd sit there and twist her hair in her fingers and fall asleep. But if you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.